Hello, hola, bonjour. Tune in every Tuesday to the Dear God podcast.
¿Y qué pasó?
Nah, we talking like it's 1995. Let go of that Wi-Fi. Let's laugh and cry, but never say goodbye. Primos y Primas, que lo que, and welcome. Bienvenidos to the Dear God, Are We There Yet? The podcast con tu prima favorita. Soy Alicia Sanchez, and yes, this podcast is bilingual. Ahora, Dear God, Are We There Yet? Is whatever you want it to be. It could be universe, religious God, Buddha, lo que sea para ti. Dear God, Are We There Yet? Is a lifestyle community of question seekers. The goal is simple: to empower thought-provoking conversations, share happiness, and encourage each of us to never stop asking questions and having conversations that matter. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel where I talk about self-growth, budgets, business, and passion to empower. Ahora vamos a hablar like it's 1995. I'm talking about dreams today. What's your dream life? Like, if you had to answer what your dream life is, or what would it be, what would that be? I mean, last week I sent out an email to my group, my list of people. By the way, if you want to be on this weekly dose, I send out one email per week. It's a daily dose. I call it daily it's called the weekly traffic, but it's a weekly dose of inspiration and good right to your mailbox, your inbox. I don't spam you. I don't do any of that. Link in bio on my Instagram. You can find it and, get some inspiration in the morning. But I want to talk about this dream, our dream life. What does that look like? So last week, as you all know, that I've been super inspired and trying to get the Dear God, Are We There Yet? And, getting it on the go, right? Just trying to figure out what the pieces I need for the nonprofit, which is completely different. But there was one of the questions in the email that is, what is holding me back from living my dream? And what can I do to start and end my days better? What is holding me back? What is holding you back? I mean, this is something that I actually wrote in my journal of like, why is this dream not a reality like tomorrow, today, yesterday? And I thought about that. And the more I ask myself these questions, I begin to be like asking another question like, well, I don't know. The world don't work like that. And then I start to look at my responses. But have you ever felt like that? Like, you ask yourself, what is really holding you back? And then when you're deep and you start to escribir todo, you tell yourself, you're like, that's not really a thing. I'm just putting all these things in front because I'm making it a thing, and I'm making it some fear. I'm making it an obstacle. I'm making it, a roadblock. But maybe it's not. And then I ask myself, how do I want to start and end my days? Which is something that I've actually been struggling with. Because, of course, I'm a new mom, and before baby, you can do whatever you want to do. Yeah, right? And you always find time to try to make things work. But then now that we have a baby, it's like you really have to make an effort. It won't just gel through. So I asked myself, how do I want to start my day and end my day? And I clearly know what that answer is. And I'm going to challenge you guys to kind of write down 3 things that you guys can start and end your day. For me, back in the day, probably would have been meditation, right? Not to say that I can't meditate now, but it's a different type of meditation for me. Maybe it's going for a walk or going for a jog or writing in my journal or reading something inspirational. Maybe that is my meditation for the morning. How do I want to end my days? I definitely want to end them with lots of hugs, abracito y besito de mi baby, and my family, of course. But I say to myself, these are so important. These are such important details. And yo estoy como una loca now. I mean, like, I don't know about you, but I'm una loca. I get up, I literally, my mind is already like what I have to do for the day. And that's not the life I want to live. That's not going to help me for my dreams of, living my dream life where I can just wake up and just drink some coffee, watch the birds, read something, do something creative. And I would love to start my day with something like creative, or maybe pottery, or a good workout. Maybe that's what I need. I don't know. But I'm going to challenge you for these 2 questions for this week. And I want you to kind of think about it when you're writing in your journal. And if you want to hear the other prompts, go ahead and email me at hello@deargodarethereyet.com, and I'll go ahead and send them to you. But I felt like these two questions really, really made a difference in understanding how I can create my dream life. So this roadblock that I'm supposedly, what's stopping me, it's not really stopping me. I mean, when you see it you see it and you're like, okay, it's a red light. Yeah, but all I see is the red light. Tengo que ver el semáforo que tiene rojo, verde y amarillo, right? You're on a road and you don't just see the red light. There's also other lights. So sometimes what we feel that we think is stopping us, it's just another excuse we create for ourselves of why we can't do something and why we don't have enough time and why this and why that. And then if we pedal along and someone else says, yeah, I can't do that either because of this, guess what? We're automatically in that feeling, yeah, you're right, I can't do it either. But can we? Or are we just stuck in our ways? I don't know. Been journaling a lot this week, and so I wanted to share that with you on this podcast today of, what is your dream life? What does it look like for you? And are you writing it down? Are you putting it on paper? ¿Tú lo estás hablando con alguien? What are you doing about it? Don't just let your dreams be on a piece of paper. Take a step forward. And I promise you, even if you take one step forward, it's way quicker than just standing in place. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time on the Dear God Are We There Yet? The podcast con tu prima favorita, yo. All right, bye.